When I have a general and I have to sign for a general because we have beautiful paper, the gorgeous paper, I said throw a little more gold on it, they deserve it. I want to use the big, beautiful, firm paper.
What? What is, and why is the paper like this? What is, I don't understand, what paper goes like this? Can we see, I'm sorry, what is this? Can we see the big, beautiful, firm paper he's talking about? There you go.
What if I told you Karoline Leavitt never erupted on live TV, yet the internet swore they saw it happen? Snopes even had to step in to say, hey folks, Colbert never interviewed her. So how did a completely fake clip fool so many people? Maybe because it fits perfectly into the show that politics has become. Today, we're diving into how satire, spin, and AI conspired to create a confrontation that never existed, but still tells a bigger truth. The viral claim was wild. People swore they saw Karoline Leavitt tear into Stephen Colbert on live TV. The story went that Colbert dared to question her loyalty to Trump. Things got heated, and she supposedly erupted right there on The Late Show. Memes popped up everywhere, and captions screamed about an on-air meltdown. The internet acted like they'd watched an epic political smackdown, as if late-night TV had secretly turned into a UFC fight. Clips racked up hundreds of thousands of views, and comment sections immediately split into two camps, Team Karoline and Team Colbert, each one fully convinced they'd witnessed a political knockout.
And Republicans control all three branches of government, including both chambers of Congress, but somehow, none of this is their fault.
The Democrats should know that they put the White House and the president in this position. And if they don't want further harm on their constituents back home, then they need to reopen the government. It's very simple. Pass the clean continuing resolution, and all of this goes away.
Wow, that is weirdly threatening. Can we see that from another angle?
Pass the clean continuing resolution.
But of course, there was one tiny issue. The debate never happened. The clip that everyone passed around was 100% fake. Snopes confirmed it. YouTube slapped a synthetic content warning on it, and the frames even had that telltale AI weirdness. Extra fingers, distorted mouths, and expressions that looked like they were built on a bad laptop GPU. The funniest part? Some of those videos literally said in their description that they were fictional. People still argued about it anyway, posting angry essays under a clip that was as genuine as a scam text about a lost parcel. The whole episode showed how fast fake outrage moves online. The internet runs on drama. Calm discussion dies in the algorithm, but rage travels first class. Everyone loves a public argument, and the idea of Colbert exposing a Trump spokesperson was too juicy to fact-check. Outrage is the clickbait economy's main fuel. The more people yell, the more platforms profit. So why wouldn't a non-existent fight go viral? It delivers all the adrenaline of conflict without any of the boring stuff, like context or reality. And it's not that the audience was dumb.
Trump then turned his attention to modernizing the Navy.
Those ships, some people would say, no, that's old technology. I don't know. I don't think it's old technology when you look at those guns, but it's something we're actually considering, the concept of battleship.
Battleship. We're also considering the concept of Twister, the notion of hungry, hungry hippo, and of course, Yahtzee, or in my case,
The story felt real because it matched what we already expect from that kind of TV. Leavitt has a reputation for being combative, so of course, people believed she might have lost it on national television. It's like seeing a fake news alert that says Grumpy Trumpty insulted someone again. You don't doubt it for a second. Her tough style makes her easy to cast as the loud villain or the bold truth teller, depending on what side you're on. That makes her perfect fuel for the meme machine. Meanwhile, Colbert's whole bit depends on exaggerating absurdity. He doesn't even need to make anything up. Real politics already comes pre-packaged with enough clownery to fill a late-night monologue. His satire works because the material is already ridiculous. Whenever he covers Trump's world, it's like mining pure comedy gold that was left out in the open. So the fake video accidentally proved his point. Our politics has become so performative that an AI deepfake can pass as a normal talk show segment. The irony couldn't be sharper. The creators didn't need AI to invent the chaos. Everyday politics already supplies endless content that feels like parody. The fake feud was simply a mirror, showing how performance has replaced policy. The internet treated a non-existent moment like a historical showdown because modern politics is more about sound bites and viral clips than actual governance.
There's a process that you follow. When a shutdown starts, people are what's called furloughed, okay? They don't come to work, they're not paid, but when the shutdown's over, everyone gets their job back, often with back pay. But now, Trump is threatening to use this excuse to fire a whole bunch more people from the federal government, posting,
Republicans must use this opportunity of Democrat forced closure to...
A fake scream fits right in with the real circus. That's the weird twist here. The fake showdown between Leavitt and Colbert felt real precisely because our political scene already behaves like showbiz. The blurred line between entertainment and politics isn't an accident. It's the whole strategy. And if this fake eruption looked like every other real feud we see on TV, maybe that says more about the real-life ringmaster of chaos himself, the man who turned leadership into prime-time performance, Donald Trump. What if that fake meltdown everyone argued about online was actually just a smaller version of the real political show? Think about it. Politics under Trump worked less like a government and more like a never-ending reality series. Every week came with a teaser, a cliffhanger, and some kind of plot twist that didn't really change anything but got everyone talking. He made governing feel like a TV special, always promising huge wins and tremendous deals. Yet once the cameras stopped rolling, half those promises quietly wandered off into the fog of bureaucracy. It was the art of showmanship, wrapped in executive tweets and hasty press conferences. This style turned the White House into a stage. Big declarations replaced policy briefings, and events were choreographed for applause. A trade deal announcement looked more like an Oscar speech than a briefing on tariffs. The result was a cycle of excitement followed by confusion. For example, one day an economic initiative would be hyped as historic, but by the next week, it would be forgotten or rebranded after someone noticed it hadn't actually been implemented. It was politics on shuffle mode. Never ending, never consistent, but always loud enough to dominate the headlines.
Trump also went very dark at times, warning the military brass about America's #1 enemy, Americans.
Last month, I signed an executive order to provide training for quick reaction force that can help quell civil disturbances. This is going to be a big thing for the people in this room because it's the enemy from within, and we have to handle it before it gets out of control.
Meanwhile, the daily grind of government, the part filled with paperwork and meetings, moved at its usual snail pace. The fiery talk about budget shutdowns or America First battles clashed with how slow actual governance runs. Trump's energy lived in the headline, not in the follow-through. The bureaucracy just blinked and asked for the proper forms in triplicate while he tweeted something new about winning so much we'll get tired of winning. The tension between the stage show and the office reality gave late-night comedians enough material to last them several lifetimes. That's where Karoline Leavitt came in, his hype person, the political megaphone. She took Trump's energy and turned it into louder sound bites. She'd jump into interviews like a coach before a title fight, throwing in emotional lines about loyalty, corruption, or how the media couldn't handle Trump's genius moves. Her language wasn't about facts, it was about vibes. She amplified the confusion, kept the show going, and made sure no one forgot who the main character was. It's almost like she was producing the chaos in surround sound.
Notice, but ever since Trump got back into office, he's been waging a campaign of vengeance against his enemies, who he believes have been trying to take him down. Now he's focused all of his rage on the one foe who refused to take him up, and that is the UN escalator. So right now, yep. Let's take a fond look back at what happened on Tuesday. Trump walks up to the escalator, steps on, and no. That sudden stop was a close call, especially for the First Lady, because he almost touched her.
Then came moments like the escalator incident. A small glitch where the Trump Tower escalator briefly stopped became a full-blown broadcast crisis. Trump described it as harrowing, claiming he and Melania narrowly avoided face-planting on the sharp edges of the steps. He even demanded the arrest of whoever was responsible. It was comedy gold. A minor hiccup turned into a supposed assassination attempt by poor maintenance. For cable news, it was a feast. For Colbert, it was dessert. He didn't need to invent satire when the source material came with its own punchlines. Colbert's genius is that he doesn't rely on deep fakes. He has real footage that already looks fake. He simply replays clips, adds his commentary, and the contradictions expose themselves. When Leavitt tried to defend Trump against scandals or awkward deals, Colbert used his perfect Trump impression to twist it right back into parody. Like when a reporter asked about Qatar allegedly gifting a $400 million jet, Leavitt said, "They know President Trump only works with the interests of the American public." Colbert replied, "I never think about Donald Trump. All I think about is the American public and how much they'd like to buy this Donald Trump only. Thinks about the American public t-shirt on sale for $75 Trump coins."
Ted Cruz also weighed in to say how fun he thinks it is that only Democrats would be affected.
President Trump is going to use that as an opportunity not to tell people you're furloughed for a few days, but instead to send pink slips and to get rid of left-wing bureaucrats who are imposing left-wing priorities that are contrary to President Trump's priorities.
Yes, we need to get rid of people who are contrary to President Trump's priorities. And what are those priorities again, Ted?
Let's stop attacking pedophiles.
Critics call it the circus of chaos, a style where every crisis becomes part of the show. Even technical glitches turn into talking points. Trump treats rally crowds like a live studio audience. Cue chants, cue dramatic pauses, cue confusion. The spectacle is constant. There's no need for writers when everyone already plays a scripted role. And the exposure Colbert offers isn't about a viral clip. It's about showing us the machinery behind it all. The gears of performance politics constantly spinning while pretending to govern. The fake eruption proves how the line between reality and parody is basically gone. When AI clips of talk shows fool millions, you know we've entered the Truman Show part of politics. People don't want policy, they want performance. The biggest takeaway isn't who got exposed, it's that everyone's acting now. Every press conference feels like a skit, every debate like a late-night monologue. Maybe the real challenge isn't spotting fake news anymore, it's spotting real sincerity. Because when every punchline sounds like a press release, the hardest truth to find is the one that doesn't trend.